Coming up, State of Business, sponsored by
A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Ashingsani Veerasinghe. Let's have a look at the headlines for today. Prime Minister proposes restrictions on NGO activities for a strong economy. MCC agreement will be signed despite the obstacles, says Minister Mangala Samaraweera. News in detail. Different arguments for and against the Millennium Challenge Corporation are being levelled, and against this backdrop, addressing a press briefing yesterday, Minister of Finance Mangala Samaraweera went on to say that the government is in the decision that the grant should be signed since it will be beneficial for the transportation system of the country, even though President Maithripala Sirisena is hesitant for the signing of the MCC grant agreement.
ඇත්තෙන්ම දෙසැම්බර් මාසේ 17 වෙනිදා පසුගිය අවුරුද්දේ වොෂින්ටන් නුවරදී මේ අත්සන් කරන්න මම සහභාගී වෙන්නත් සූදානම් වෙලා හිටියේ. නමුත් ව්‍යවස්ථාදායක කුමන්ත්‍රණය නිසා මේක නැවතත් ආපස්සට ගියා. නමුත් ජනවාරි මාස වෙනකොට ඒ අය කොංග්‍රසයේ අනුමැතියත් ලබාගෙන ලංකාවට දැන් මේක ලබා දෙන බවට සූදානම්. මේ තුලින් අත් වශයෙන්ම ලංකාවේ විශේෂයෙන්ම ප්‍රවාහන අංශයටත් ඉඩම් අංශයටත් විශාල නොමිලේ මුදල් ලැබෙනවා. නමුත් මෙහි යම් ප්‍රමාදයක් තියෙනවා. මොකද අතිගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමා මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් වෙනත් මතයක ඉන්න නිසා. ඒ නිසා අපි පැහැදිලිවම කියලා තියෙනවා අපි එක පැත්තකින් එතුමාගේ අදහස් වලට අහුම්කම් දෙන ගමන්ම රජයක් හැටියට අපි මේ MCC එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අසංකල යුතුයි කියන තැන ඉන්නේ. ඒක නිසා මේ මාස කීපේ බැරි වුණත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම නව රාජ්‍යය විසින් එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය මේ MCC එකේට අපි එකතු වෙන්න කැමැත්ත ප්‍රකාශ කරලා තියෙනවා.
Now we have State Finance Minister Eran Wickramaratne briefing the media as to why the interest rates of the state banks are not yet reduced. State Minister made these claims at a media briefing held at the ministry yesterday.
The issue is, I think that the fact is that we don't have a perfect market. That's the issue. And as you know, the state banks are a large percentage of the assets in the market. And the state banks lead. And then the interest rates that the state banks have reflective of their costs. The cost to income ratios of these banks are very, very high. And that's why I said we have no perfect market for various reasons, and it's built over a long period of time. So, because of that only, there are some interventions have become necessary, and that's why somebody asked the question is, why haven't you basically reduced the interest rates of the state banks? We have been making this appeal, like I made today as well. Please take a look at it clearly, that we want this benefit to pass on to the borrowers as well, not just to pass on to them, because if the deposit rates have come down, then that should pass. So it's right. Theoretically, there is an intervention.
Upon question by media personnel, Health Minister Rajitha Senaratne says the United National Party-led New Alliance National Democratic Front has paid special emphasis on social democracy in the process of formulating its new economic policies. Thus, Minister Senaratne made these claims addressing a media briefing at the Temple Trees yesterday.
At the moment, even the party leader has discussed with me about formulating the policies to make it this party to accept social democracy. For the first time, the UNP to accept social democracy. So that way it is very innovative idea. Because always the UNP is being blamed as a party with liberal or the neoliberal policies. Actually, the UNP can declare its policy on the alliance policy as a social democratic policy and declare social democratic policies. So actually the historical division between the right and the left will be changed. We have already prepared the policies. Actually, they are being prepared by outsiders like last time. Last time the Maitri, the program was not prepared by any party people. They are people prepared by all outside people. Certain people who actually participated with us were anti-political parties.
Official data shows that the central bank printed 2 billion rupees for 315 days at 7.94% and 264 million rupees at 7.9% through outright purchases of bills below the 8% policy rate for overnight liquidity injections. Here, First Capital Holdings Head of Research Dimantha Matthew explaining the formula behind the money printing.
Generally, when there's a shortage of liquidity in the market, or you can call it a liquidity crisis, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has been traditionally buying government securities and releasing cash to the market. This process actually artificially increases liquidity in the system and keeps interest rates low because there's a lot of cash in the market. This process is sometimes referred to as money printing as well. When artificially rates are kept low, credit actually goes out of control and economy generally overheats. This may lead to excessive demand in the system and also leads to a sharp rise in imports, which invariably leads to a currency collapse. However, if you take the last 3-4 months, with the low level of credit growth that is there in the system, we see that the liquidity in the system has been on the rise. As a result, this time Central Bank has been absorbing cash and releasing the earlier absorbed government securities to the system that it had bought earlier.
Stay tuned for more news after this short break.
ඉස්සර මේව සරුවට තිබුණු තැක්කම විනාශ වෙලා.
මේ ඉරතල තියෙන මේ අත්ත.
නිහඬව සෝත්සාහයෙන් රට ගොඩනගන මේ මිනිසාසේම දැනුම ආර්ථිකයට පෙරමග පෙන්වමින් වරාය නගරය ගොඩනගන මේ මිනිසුන්ද සාමාන්‍ය මිනිසුන් නොව යකඩ මිනිසුන්ය. පන්නරය ඉන්න හිතෙන රටකට.
Now we double the prize money. Get the bonus number with any other 3 numbers and win 100,000 rupees. Supiri Vasana. Pursue your dream.
Welcome back after the break. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that in order to transform from a controlled economy to a market economy, not only the economic restrictions but restrictions on non-governmental activities would also have to be removed. Premier Wickremesinghe made these remarks yesterday addressing a book launch held in Colombo.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the country should be set on an export-oriented economic track to successfully face its challenges concerning repayment of debts and economic development. The Prime Minister also said that in managing the development form of a controlled economy to a market economy, we have to study how China, which was a backward controlled economy in 1976, has got ahead. He further added Sri Lanka can still have the lessons from Vietnam. He also stressed that those countries did not emphasize on economic development at the cost of social development, but both had the social development and economic development following right economic strategies. The Premier was speaking at a book launch held at the Hector Kabakadu Agrarian Research and Training Institute in Colombo yesterday, where C. Narayanaswamy launched his book Managing Development, People, Policies and Institutions.
An international conference held in Colombo yesterday revealed that Hambantota International Port, a public-private partnership project between the Sri Lanka Ports Authority and China Merchant Port Holdings, is currently evaluating the options of handling containers.
The German-Sri Lankan Logistic Conference was held in Colombo yesterday, and addressing the event, Chief Operating Officer at the Hambantota International Port Group, Tissa Wickramasinghe, said that the evaluation sessions are going on handling containers at the Hambantota port. He also said that in addition, the bunker facility at the port will also be operated by China's Sinopec Fuel Oil Sales Company Limited. Managing Director of Aitken Spence Shipping Limited and the Chairman of Ceylon Association of Shipping Agents, Ikram Katilan, said Sri Lanka needs to fast-track the development of the East Container Terminal to retain its competitive position in the region. He also said that Sri Lanka should get the East Container Terminal on track within this year, which has been idling for the last 4 years, and otherwise the country is to lose its competitive position and the Indian ports would definitely take over the position. He also warned that Indian ports are getting bigger and deeper and they have the room to improve the efficiency in a bigger way.
Che Summit 2019, hosted by leading outbound training company in Sri Lanka, Che Adventure Park, kicked off yesterday in Colombo, highlighting the impact of outdoor and adventure-based training towards workforce empowerment.
Che Summit had over 75 corporate chief executive officers and approximately 300 heads of training and development company representatives. The panel discussed of using outdoor and adventure training as a timely and result-oriented HR tool that could easily outdo the outcomes of traditional indoor trainings. During the event, the company launched the advanced HRIS tool, PeopleLogica, which can provide quantifiable assessments on outbound training. Through this device, Che would deliver a wide array of customized people capital solutions for organizations of all sizes from all sectors. Also, organizations could use this tool to improve client and employee engagement levels by providing management teams with information and tools to help them to better understand client and employee needs. Thus, now we have General Manager Operations of Che Adventure Park, Shehan Pilapitiya, briefing the event.
Successfully conclude the Che Summit 2019, where we were able to successfully gather the cream of HR and training family in the corporate sector. We felt at Che Adventure Park, after we have been doing adventure-based OPD trainings since 2014, and we felt that it's high time now we are taking our experience exposure right to the corporate sector. And to do that, today we were able to successfully venture out into 2 new avenues where adventure-based training was always done the conventional way. But today, from today onwards, we have taken adventure-based training, OPT training, into a new level where we have included activities, high-end activities, gathering up in the sea, land and air.
Now, a review on the stock performances for the past week and a stock forecast for the coming week will be brought to you by subject experts at First Capital Holdings.
Equity market commenced the week with apathetic trading sentiment despite the surprise 50 basis points policy rate cut. However, index experienced volatility throughout the week with improved volumes and net foreign outflow with high foreign participation. Partial trades on blue chip counters through the volumes as retail investors were seen adopting a wait-and-see approach.
In the equity market, we expect foreign selling to continue for the next week as well. Trading volumes are also expected to be light as retail investors will wait for more clarity on the political front. In the bond market, we expect a bit of foreign selling with the rate cut. Higher foreign selling and low level of liquidity is expected to drive the interest rates in the near term while expecting more pressure on the currency.
Stay tuned for stock updates after this short break.
Enjoy twice the action, twice the romance, and twice the laughter. Now with twice the data. Experience high-speed internet for the best rates in the market with Bell 4G.
Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped 10.62 points to close at 5,889.86 and the S&P SL 20 dropped 16.21 points to close at 2,908.44. The turnover was 1.1 billion rupees and over 61 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all the news for today. Join us tomorrow on Biz Roundup. Until then, take care. Good night.
State of Business was sponsored by